Hey guys, welcome to SAR Trail. I'm Jeff and wanted to show you a really cool piece of gear that the people at Sunglife have sent us to test out while we're overlanding, while we're camping, and all types of environments. Something that honestly, I wasn't really sure that we were gonna like this or think that this was even worth doing, but you know what, they said, hey, just take it, use it, and let us know what you think. But this is actually a pretty cool little gadget. So if you saw our review of the Sunglife power inverter, which we use to charge our camera batteries, cell phones, tablets, all those type of things, our gimbal for our camera, then this is another product by them. Once again, they reached out to us and said, hey, let us send you this. Just use it however you want to use it. Use it for your overlanding, camping adventures that you and your family go on. And then just tell us what you think. And if you like it, shoot a video for us. So this thing is, I got to say, this thing is really kind of pretty cool. So it does a lot of different things. Its main objective, for me at least, is it is a weather radio. And it has a solar panel on top. The solar isn't to charge it from zero, it's basically to maintain the charge on it. So you can charge this thing up at home with a USB port, or charge it up in your rig off of your power inverter. Get it completely charged with the lithium-ion batteries that are inside of it. You can also run, if you want to, AAA batteries inside. We have never had to use the AAAs ourselves. We just haven't even bothered because we don't need to, thankfully. The solar, we put this thing out in the sun and the solar just keeps it topped off, so it's always good to go for us. Another super cool feature, which I remember back, my dad was in the Air Force for 21 years and he had all these gadgets when he retired from the Air Force, some stuff that he brought home. And he had this one radio that had a crank on it. So you crank it, crank it, crank it, crank it. It's got brushes inside like a little generator mechanism, and it charged up a battery long enough to go ahead and you could then use the radio. You could hear like communications. Well, this thing has that same technology. And you just crank it, crank it, crank it. And you can crank for about a minute at about 120 RPM, and you're gonna get some good runtime out of it. It's really cool. If you're in the dark, if your batteries are dead, man, you can just crank it up and then you go ahead and turn on your radio. But it's not just a radio, it has a flashlight as well. You can kind of see it right there. So you got that flashlight. Cool feature. I mean, it's not super bright. It's not a 2000 lumen flashlight, but for getting around your campsite at night or being up in your tent, it does a good job. And then it has a reading light built in as well. You pop the solar panel up and there's your reading light. So check it out. LED lights on both of those. So the runtime is really long. And those are all cool things, which I think are pretty neat about this. But what I really like about it is the fact that you can get out in the middle of nowhere and you can hear what the weather is going to be. We're at 11,000 feet elevation in the middle of nowhere in Colorado, and check it out. Dial it in.
To 20 miles an hour with gusts to around 30 miles an hour. Sunday night, partly cloudy. Lows 37 to 45. West winds 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts to around 30 miles an hour.
So, you got your weather. It's a weather radio. And you dial it right in, and that is a super cool feature for us. You also got this thing, you can clip it to your belt, you can clip it to whatever you want to a backpack. It's got a strap, you can put it around your wrist. Those are cool features too. It's also an AM/FM radio. We've used it a little bit, but you know, it's not super high quality sound. It's not supposed to be. This is a very small, throw it in your backpack type of device. But honestly, where we're at mountain passes where we camp a lot, it is great knowing what's the low temperature going to be like tonight. What's the weather going to be? How strong are the winds going to be? Is it going to snow? It just snowed here last night on us when we were setting up at camp. Is it going to snow? It's good to know. Really good information. So check it out. This is the Sunglife weather radio, solar charged light. I mean, it does everything that I've just shown you now, and it does it really well, and it's a really lightweight package. Comes in a couple different colors. We're going to link this in the description. I mean, honestly, this is something I thought was going to be more of a toy for our daughter, who's 8 years old. But I don't want her playing with it and breaking it, because we've really grown to rely upon the weather aspect of it a lot. And the fact that we don't have to charge it, we don't have to have the batteries. Honestly, we charge this thing one time and that's it. It's been solar just keeping it charged the whole time. Really cool product. Check it out, guys. And thanks for checking out SAR Trail. We're going to try to bring you more gear that we have tested and we are comfortable with to review for you. Anything that we don't review, it's because we tested it and we're like, yeah, can't put our name on it. But this one we can, so check it out. I think it's about $30 in that price range. Really good bang for the buck. Until next time, guys, we'll see you later.